Pat Chambers, FGCU men's basketball head coach, here on the ASUN Gameday podcast. Coach, good to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Year two, picked second in the preseason poll, whatever that's worth. But what are your expectations coming into this year for the team?
First of all, year one was an enlightening experience. I knew the league was good, but you don't realize how good it is and how well coached it is until you go through it. So learned a lot about different coaches, different styles, different players. Even though we didn't find the success we thought we would in January and February, man, we learned a lot. There was a lot of growth. So I'm grateful for that growth and those opportunities. We need those. As far as being number two, I'm still surprised we're number two because we only have one all-league player. Usually you need two or three. I look at Eastern Kentucky. I'm looking at North Alabama. I'm looking at Lipscomb. I'm looking at Stetson. I mean, they have multiple guys that are no-brainers, for all league, and then to be up in the top four. So I'm grateful that the coaches and whoever else voted for that voted us. Thank you. I'm not sure why, but that's for the fans. That's for the families. This is cool. Preseason 2. Yeah, we were preseason 4-6 last year, and we ended up 10th. So what does it matter?
Yeah.
Right? It's the end result that matters, unfortunately, and that's how we're judged. And then you asked about expectations. I've been using standard with our team more often than ever. I felt like expectations wore us down a little bit last year as well. You add that ingredient into being, everything we went through in January, February. I just said, let's meet our own standard, and whatever that standard is, let's meet that standard, try to exceed that standard. And if 15 guys are always striving to be the best that you can be and do the little things and be disciplined and all that, because I didn't think we were very disciplined towards the end. And I get it, got different guys are in different situations and out of position. But we just need to tighten some things up. So there's the standard, and the standard needs to be met on a consistent basis. If we can do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Okay. You mentioned your preseason All-ASUN member, Isaiah Thompson, kind of came through, took the league by storm last year as a newcomer to the conference. What impact does he have on the floor?
I mean, on the floor, you know what he can do. He's a high-level point guard. His assist to turnover down the stretch was great, 2-1. Really shot the ball well. I think the critical thing for us is not his play on the court. Is going to be in the locker room, in the airports, on the bus rides. Really to step outside his comfort zone and lead a group of guys that want to be led. And he will do that. Now, he's not going to do it by himself.
Gotcha.
Because we have leadership council. Because we want to hear from. Look, we have an older team. We have some seniors now. I think we have 5 seniors, plus some traditional seniors. We forget about that pandemic year. That pandemic year, you got fifth-year guys, you got fourth-year guys. So I'm excited about our we're veterans, we're leaders. But also we have habits that we got to conquer. But they're going to lead by committee, and I think that will help Isaiah.
Just a couple weeks away from the start of the season, looking at your team right now, who is someone that you feel can step up and have that breakthrough year for the Eagles this year?
Yeah, we talk Isaiah, we talk Zach Anderson, we talk Chase Johnston. I think the one guy that I'm going to reach back to, I'm going to give you 2 guys, is Cyrus Largy.
Okay.
Fractured his hand in the Tennessee game last year, and he was really good for Coach Fly the year prior. So I'm looking for him to get back to his old self.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say Franco Miller. Franco just played for the Bahamian national team. Beat Argentina on their home floor twice. Not once, but twice, which is a big deal. If you go on YouTube and you watch the highlights, you're going to go, wow, they won that game. Now, don't get me wrong. They had Buddy Hield, they had Eric Gordon, and they had DeAndre Ayton. All right, so with saying that, he still was 6th, 7th man, depending on what game it was, and he still produced, and he still helped them in a crazy environment. And what great reps, can I call them reps or experiences? Or what an incredible experience that he had to go against Argentina, play in FIBA, and do all these amazing. He played Kansas, had 21 against Kansas as a warm-up game. I look for those 2 guys to really break out because of where they are. They're a little bit older, a little bit wiser. The game's slowing down for them. And I'm excited about the offseason both guys had.
Okay. Last question. It's probably the hardest one you'll
No,
you'll
no.
have to answer. If you're
Shoes. I'm going shoes this year, not sneakers.
That's a good one. That's a good one. If you're not a basketball coach, what sport are you coaching?
Football. It's a no-brainer.
Is it
I'm a
easy?
football player coaching basketball. I'm not Gene Katie, but I'm a football player coaching basketball.
Got you.
I love football. I love Penn State football. When I was there, I didn't miss a game. I used to go to practices all the time, especially under Bill O'Brien. I just thought he was the greatest. And Joe Paterno, obviously. Obviously, James is doing a great job, too. I love football. My son plays football. My 8-year-old wants to play football. My older brother played football, was player of the year in the Ivy League for Penn, had a cup of coffee in the NFL. So if you, as you can see, I'm passionate about football.
That's it.
Because let me tell you, what Nick is doing, what Deion is doing, Nick Saban that is, what Deion Sanders is doing, what all these great coaches are doing, to get 11 guys on one unit, 11 guys on another unit, and 11 guys on special teams. You know how hard that is to do? I'm only trying to get 5.
Right.
Think about that for a second.
That challenge,
That challenge. So I just, there's so much I take away from these football coaches. I commend them because it's so hard what they're doing. But if you told me I had to be something else other than a basketball coach, I'm still coaching.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be a football coach. I'll take the D-backs.
Okay. Love it. Well, appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck this season.
Yeah, thanks so much.